Hello and welcome. This is Zoe Gold, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at what creates flow, what creates joy, well-being, abundance, freedom, and desired results that are perfect and right for you, and what creates pain, what creates problems, and how you can eliminate it for good. How can you really tap into the greatness and knowing of who you truly are and live that representation of your true self fully every day in every second. So let's take a look at the top part of this board for now. So and if you look at this this chart here with this stick person, there's always an flow of inspiration and well-being that comes to and through you. There is, no matter what you pretend you are, like when you were living your life, you were putting different stickers on top of who you truly are, on top of your essence. And no matter who you pretend you are with those stickers, and no matter of all the flawed ideas and premises that you believe in as, I don't know, false beliefs or misaligned misinterpretation, different conclusions that you've made throughout your life that do not serve you. No matter how much of that stuff there is always this connection and flow of inspiration and well-being that comes to and through you, because you are the life itself. You are part of the infinite whole. Now, what happens, and this here is your true self, your true self. What happens is you can allow this flow to be constant, to feel it, to live the benefits of it, to really be your true self and really be in that greatness and utilize and turn on your true power and feel the joy, deliciousness, and vitality of that connection and that flow. And that is your true self. Or what happens when you experience problems? Because you are not the problems. It's not you. You are perfect. You are this magnificent divine being. Your spiritual DNA is perfect. What are the problems? It's data. Memories replaying in you. Information. Basically just information. So what happens is this data, and it kinda blocks this flow of inspiration and well-being. As I said earlier, you can never completely pinch yourself off from that or block that flow. You cannot ever not be who you truly are, but you can pretend to be those stickers that you put on top of your essence, the stickers of lack, the stickers of being not loved, the stickers of being lonely, the stickers of not being smart, not being fast enough, whatever that is, right? It's just data. And what happens is that data kind of blocks that flow, and you, the person who from time to time is influenced by this data, kind of blocks themselves from this inspiration and well-being that otherwise would be flowing to and through them. So that's that. And here, again, no one is constantly here. People usually switch. It's like, you feel and you see the glimpses of inspiration and well-being when you align, when you clear that mental garbage for a second or for a day or for an hour. And then people switch from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. And the more time you spend here with this data, with this mental garbage, with the error, false idea and consciousness, the more resistance you have, the more resistance you feel instead of feeling and being, living with this flow. And that's what creates problems. That's what creates problems and even pain. And that is, as I already said, a false idea in consciousness. It's an error in thinking. And that is the aberrated aberrated. Even maybe you could say pretended, right? Because often it doesn't feel pretended when you're in the middle of the problem. Aberrated perspective. Now, you can delete, remove, let go of, free yourself from this data and from this error and false idea in consciousness. You can do that. And the problems and pain that is in your life, if there is some, it is help. It is healing. It is one more chance for you to let go of that data, to let go and let God, to let go of mental garbage, to let go of false idea in consciousness, to let go of that error, to let go of that resistance, and let the inspiration and well-being come to and through you unconditionally. So problems and even pain, it's healing. It's always, because life always happens for you, and it's healing that is sent, that is given to you by you and the higher, broader part of you. As when you look at that perfection behind illusion, and when you look behind the game, you will see that the problems always sent as a healing, as one more chance for you to let go and let God and be free. Set yourself free, because this will influence the quality of your life. It's not just about the results that you're getting. It's not just about financial success and beautiful relationships and happiness. It's about internal freedom. It's about flow. It's about joy. It's about deliciousness of life. It's about that. So here, when you free from this error, when you're free from that false idea in consciousness, you come back to you. So you become you again. And as I already mentioned, you're always you. But now you can feel it, you can live it, you can experience it, you can benefit from it here and now. And you can feel the joy and bliss of being the real one, the real you, right? So that's that. Okay, now let's go even deeper with this explanation and go to this chart that I have that I have below here, and we will go into even deeper understanding. In my previous videos, you know, I shared with you the idea of flowing love. It's that feeling of flowing life, flowing love. It's that free flow. It's that well-being and inspiration. And by love, I mean the whole array of positive emotions. Spiritual love, that free flow, when you're truly free from resistance. Because when you truly flow love, when you are that you're filled with love towards yourself, towards everybody else, you have a complete communication with wanted, because there is no resistance, because there is no grudge, there is no irritation, there is, at least I'm talking about your dominant state. We are human beings and we can fluctuate, and that's totally normal as long as you make a new choice and set a new intention for the future of how you want to be in the present moment. But when you are flowing life, you are in this complete communication with wanted, because you look at the world through the eyes of source. You look at yourself through the eyes of source. You feel the world and yourself the way source within you feels about it. And this leads to you creating and having what you want, because you are you completely and fully, and you communicate with wanted, and therefore you have wanted a lot of it, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of freedom. You're like the magnet for good, for great things just come to you, right? The second level, and that happens when you go into that aberrated perspective, when we talked earlier, when data, when the person operates from data, right? And different conclusions, different beliefs, false beliefs that the person gathers along the physical path. So the person with time may kind of lose, because you never can lose who you truly are, right? But can kind of lose that. And the person starts flowing life, flowing love most of the time. Not all of the time, not towards everyone and everything, being selective towards myself only when I do great things, towards people that I love, towards my, I don't know, possessions and things that I love, and my vacations and other things. So the person flows love most of the time. And what that creates, and because of that, person has partial communications with wanted, with what they want, because there are things that they look and they don't like, and they complain about, and they feel frustrated about, and because there is only a partial communication with wanted, this person creates and has most of what he or she wants. Most. So it's still a pretty happy, free, joyous life with some problems here and there, and some things that are still on the horizon somewhere, maybe in the future, that sometimes maybe never will never happen. But still, the person is pretty satisfied because they have what they want most of the time. And the person can slide further, and we will see. And again, often that happens when the person really slides further. Now, the third position is where the person, you don't flow love most of the time on most subjects. So that's when this is that, tipping point, when the life that works, when you are on that magic carpet ride, when you are on that, that joyous ride, and it kind of flips, it turns, the coin turns, right? So the person doesn't flow live most of the time on most subjects. So the person stops communications with wanted and starts communications with unwanted a lot. The person looks around them and complains about business, about income, feels frustrated with their spouses, with their children, are not happy about how the life goes, about their past, about their present, about their future. And what that happens if the person stops communicating with wanted and starts communicating with unwanted, most of the time, the person starts attracting unwanted, and that's where the problems kind of prevail. The person gets a lot of problems, a lot of things are not working, and it's like a never-ending circle, because the problems kind of drag the person's attention towards them, and the person feels even more unhappy and more unsatisfied and more focusing on the problems, which creates even more problems. And now, from here, you always have a chance to go up. But there is a way to go down. So there is another level. And that level, it's like a rock bottom. It's when this person, when the person does not flow love almost all of the time. That's when the person feels bitter, and when the person feels a lot of inner resistance. That bitterness from life that people say, and some people get, they're not happy all the time. They don't like almost everything. They see unwanted in almost everything. So what happens is this person communicates with unwanted a lot, and that leads to having a lot of unwanted things and becoming, in this case, a magnet for problems, for challenges, for pain, for all this stuff. Now, let's go even deeper. Well, first of all, you can see that this is cause and this is effect. Effect. But let's go even deeper. I already told you, and you already know, that life happens for you all the time. That the problems and pain are help. They're sent to you as healing, as one more chance to let go and let God and set yourself free. Now, knowing that, looking at this lower chart and knowing that life always happens for you and for the benefit of your soul, what do problems mean? Where are they leading you? What do negative emotions mean? And where are they leading you? So the more problems a person slides on this less love, less love, less love, less free flow, less joy, less of vitality, less love, the more problems and pain the person has. And the problems and pain, because life happens for you, come so you can let go, so you can free yourself, so you can correct the errors, so you can become aware of those misaligned misunderstandings that you got throughout your physical path. Become aware of who you truly are, of your greatness, of your connection with the divine, of your love, of the real one within you, so you can be free, so you can truly let go of the stuff that makes the person slide here and that makes the person feel this as habitual to them, while this is natural to you. So I hope this was helpful. It was my pleasure being with you today, and I will see you in my next video. Have an amazing day, and flow love, open to the inspiration and well-being that is always here for you. Connect and find oneness with the divine, with who you really are, and live the greatness of your true self. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.